She looks more human on Instagram.
Now I wanna make my way around town. Pink and purple, blue and gold, glitter catsuits, vintage coats. Get on stage, take a bow. Marry me, let's make a vow. Gin martinis, smoking vogues. Let's make a party of our own. Is there something you like? La 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 la, you like? Is there something you like? Is there something you like? La 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 la, you like? Gonna tell you tonight.
That actually reminded me a lot of Night Circus, where it's like there's the whole thing of there being like, even though there's a party and everyone is gifted with all kinds of circusy talents, and there's a lot of festivity and everything, there's still this kind of like magic behind the scenes, where everyone who's there is being operated by the manipulations that the two dueling magicians have They've got power behind the scenes, controlling everything that happens. Aside from their players, their two main players who are going against each other, and they have their own magic, but everyone else is controlled without knowing it. And it kind of looks like that in that video. Like the one guy seems to be sort of like not directly part of it, but like behind the scenes part of it in some way. And then it's showing like some things that where it kind of goes towards like an almost magical kind of thing, especially at the end, with them floating. And lyric wise, the song could have just been like any sort of like standard pop song, but she threw in there the thing about like generationally, like how the line about Y2K and the 70s, it is really true that in the early 2000s and even in the 90s there's this revival of like 70s sort of fashion. And even now you see this kind of like throwback to the 90s, which is a throwback to the 70s. It's like this whole repetitive thing of doing all these throwbacks is becoming a little more costumey with each time that it's being done, because the original fabrics, the original items, they eventually deteriorate, and so new things have to be made to keep up with that. And when new things are made, it may never really be quite as close to the genuine look or texture that, or just it might not really be the same ever with every single remake of whatever they're trying to make a new version of something when it comes to something old being made new. But also, so there's that whole thing of it being like this is sort of artificial, like, and it just kind of becoming more and more artificial, and like you're seeing that like sarcastically thrown in all throughout the video. It's just kind of like a very standard thing with Marina's songs. Like she's always had a bit of a biting edge, like to her humor and her music, where she's got like the fun, quirky pop, but it's also like making fun of it at the same time. And so it's a fun song, but it also doesn't take itself entirely seriously. And I feel like that really comes down to that line that was added, where it's like, yes, I'm a throwaway pop song and I know it, kind of thing. Is kind of what I get from it, where it's like, she's not being serious here, I don't think, and it's okay that she's not. But I mean, it's still catchy, but at least she's not taking herself too seriously with it, where she's able to still kind of like step back and kind of pick fun at it being so bubblegum, basically. It's cute though. I do like it.